Well, obviously, as a hitter, you don't want to strike out, but I think a lot of it has to do with how you're getting to the strikeout. Are you going up there and just swinging at 3 pitches and not giving yourself a chance, or are you actually having a good at bat, and then getting rung up on a tough pitch or having to hit the pitcher's pitch. And in the game nowadays, man, there's so many guys that can command the ball late in the count. You got lefty specialists, righty specialists. I think pitching at this time is so much better than it ever has been, and I think that's one of the reasons why you have such a high strikeout rate.
And we talk about not having a fastball count anymore. It doesn't seem like there's such a thing exists.
No, I mean even 0-0 now, it's you get a changeup or a breaking ball, and it's tough. I've seen a lot of guys the last couple of years, maybe give me 1 or 2 fastballs the entire game to hit, and those aren't pitches that are right down the middle or elevated or anything like that. They're tough pitches to where you really have to be patient, but at the same time, you can't miss your pitch when you get it.
Do you change your swing at all on that when you get to that 2-strike count?
I try to shorten up a little bit. There are times when you feel better than others, and you may take a little bit more of a chance. But for me, I've always struck out a lot. I think a lot of times with power hitters, with the great power, you get the high strikeout rate. That's just kind of how it goes. But at the same time, I continue, to make adjustments, and I want to continue to improve that part of my game. And part of that is shortening up a little bit and not trying to do too much.
How many times do you take a look down the third base side and left field and think about it?
A lot. It's been a little bit different this year. I think in the past, teams would shift me really, really early and kind of overshift me. And this year, I laid down a couple of bunts earlier in the season, and I think teams have really taken note of that because they're not just giving it to me anymore. I mean, in the past, I think it was something that there would not be a fielder even in the general vicinity, and this year, they're keeping the shortstop at the third baseman somewhat close to where I can't just lay it down and get away with it. I actually have to place a good bunt, and that's something that I work on, but it's not that big a part of my game. It's not something that I go out every day and try to make a habit of doing.
Last question, Chris. This stretch, how tough is it for the guys, for the club?
Oh, it's always tough whenever you're not playing well and whenever you're getting beat. And I think, the biggest thing for us is to keep going. I mean, last night, I felt like we were doing a great job of kind of staying in the moment. And then obviously, they had the big inning and they had some hits that just found some holes, and then they hit some balls hard. And that's kind of the way the game goes sometimes. When it rains, it pours. But as a team and certainly as an individual, you have to go out there and focus on what your job is day in and day out and not worry about the past and things you can't control.
Always appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.